So good afternoon, Dave. Thanks for taking time to talk to me today. Following on from the little press release we did online last week, I thought it'd be good to catch up and have a chat about the NTU Partnership and how things are going. But first of all, how's training been, bud?
Yeah, it's been good. The guys are working really hard. I think that's the thing. Everyone's kind of come in with a much renewed vigour after the difficult season last year. And I think that the new signings that we've made have really raised the standard on everything that we're doing, which is great. Coaching staff are now a year wiser from where we were before, and I think we're working much better as well. So, yeah, all bodes really well for the start of the year. Everyone's a champion pre-season though, so until we get into the games at the start of the championship, we'll see where we're at.
Yeah, and on to the NTU Partnership itself. If you look across our squad now, I think 38 odd man squad. I think we've got you look across there and there's a whole lot of familiar NTU faces, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. I think we're up to over 10 NTU either graduates or current players in the squad, and that's awesome, for the continued partnership. A lot of people come to Nottingham Trent because it's such a good pathway to professional rugby, and the proof is in the history of the players that we've graduated through the programme into the championship or further over the last few years. So the link will only continue to grow and be strong. I think that not only on the playing front but the coaching front as well. So we've got Josh Pooley, our captain for this year, who coaches the NTU forwards as well, and again, that's invaluable for him to pass his experience because he's been there, done it as a student. He knows what these guys are striving and trying to achieve within their own personal goals, and he can help them get there as well. And so it's not only me and the other support staff that are working hard to make that partnership the best it possibly can be.
Yeah, and you can sort of see those stages of how this pathway sort of works. If you wouldn't mind kind of elaborating a little bit more on the pathway that we sort of have here and how it sort of works.
Yeah, well, I do a huge amount of work on recruitment because we've got people from all across actually the world interested in coming to Nottingham to study, and one of the main reasons that they want to come to NTU is the partnership with Nottingham Rugby. So we'll do a lot of work pretty much all the way through the year on recruitment, and then it's about hopefully the students getting their exam results and the grades they need to come to Trent. And our very best players that we feel have got the potential to play championship rugby down the line, we'll invite them to pre-season with Nottingham. So we've got a group of NTU students that are vying for first 15 kind of places in competition. They're in training with Nottingham just now, which is great. So that's a bit of a pre-season before their pre-season at NTU kicks off, and they'll be in a really good position to kick on for their buck season. So then they've got to do well. They've got to be the best or one of the best players at NTU, but then also in the league that we're playing at Bucks, in order for them to make that impression on us at Nottingham, in order to get down and train and be in that kind of championship level environment as much as we can to accelerate their development. And then when we feel that they're ready, then they'll get game time in the best way which we feel will push their development.
I think you definitely say that university rugby now is definitely massively up and coming. I mean, you look at the top division in Bucks, I think personally I've seen 4 or 5 boys now that have been signed into Premiership or Championship clubs this year, and that the university programme is now an absolute breeding ground for the top level players.
Yeah, it really is, and I think that the Premiership clubs are seeing how important university links are. So they are contracting academy players as a result with their academics, knowing that they'll go to a really good high level Bucks programme, be looked after from strength and conditioning, medical, and really good coaching through that as well. And then the potential for them to go back to the Premiership clubs and play at the top level is it just shows you how important the pathway is. And obviously NTU Nottingham at championship level, we've got the best of both worlds. So we've got Bucks and a championship breeding ground, if you like, for the future professional player at Premiership level and beyond.
Yeah, and if we just touch a little bit on the two, so there's 2 boys that have joined us now. on more of a
Yeah.
on the actual contracts for this
Yeah.
year. Do you want to touch on them too?
Yeah, Josh Goodwin's been in the programme for the last 3-4 years. Just completed his undergrad, so absolutely brilliant. I'm chuffed to bits for Josh to get a chance. He had a first taste at Championship Rugby last year when he came off the bench against Bedford, and did well in that short period of time. But he's been training the house down thus far in pre-season. And as a scrum half, I look after a lot of the scrum half play, and it's absolutely brilliant to see him get his opportunity. Jay Ecclesfield's also signed, so Jay's in his second year out of Leicester Tigers Academy. Unfortunately, last year he got injured really early in the season, so that actually gave him an opportunity to just work a bit more in his strength and conditioning. He's done that, and he had a really good end of season playing for Trent last year. And he's come in and did really well thus far in pre-season, and he's learning loads. He's got some real good experience around him, and it's great that the older guys in the squad are kind of taking him under the wing and helping him learn a little bit more about his role playing at that next level. And I'm really excited to watch him get an opportunity in pre-season for Nottingham as well. So yeah, really pleasing.
I love it. That's some really good stuff in there, buddy. And we still recruiting at the minute for.
We're always recruiting, and I think that's the great thing is, so many students want to come to NTU. We've got pre-season starting pretty soon, in a couple of weeks' time. Exam results hit the 18th of August, so we're waiting on them to hit the inbox or through the letterbox with a lot of students for them to come and join us for next year. But recruitment's always an exciting phase because every year the turnover of players and who's coming in versus who graduates out of the programme is always an exciting time.
Lovely. Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very much.
All good.